On today's live daily news, an entire family was hospitalized following a high-speed rollover crash on Loop 306. We have a list of things to do this weekend and find out who's being hurt the worst by the road construction on College Hills. Plus, it's tequila time with head chef Tim Condon. All this plus more. I'm Yantis Green, and this is Live. But first, the Greater San Angelo Arts Guild will be having the annual holiday market this Saturday at the San Angelo Fairgrounds. Starting at 9 a.m., you can find whatever you need, whatever you're looking for this holiday season. This year, they'll have a variety of booths that will have holiday decorations and items from painters, crafters, leather workers, and more. There's also a free hourly raffle. All of this is starts Saturday at the First Financial Pavilion at the fairgrounds. The fun kicks off at 9 a.m. and will go to 5 p.m. Entry is free. And topping news today, a two-vehicle crash on the Houston Hart frontage road sent an entire family to the hospital this afternoon. According to the San Angelo Police Department, at around noon today, officers were dispatched to the intersection of Madison and Shiloh for the report of a major crash. The investigating officer says that a silver mid-size Chevy SUV ran a red light on Jefferson and was then hit by a large black truck. After the crash, the car continued another block and rolled 3 to 4 times. 3 people, who are believed to be a mother, father, and a 1-year-old child, were taken to Shannon Medical Center for their injuries. They are all expected to recover. If you are tired of the College Hills Boulevard construction, don't worry, you're not alone. This closure has caused chaos not only for drivers, but also businesses and their customers in the area. Currently, crews are working on the demolition and rebuild of the roadway across the Red Arroyo. Large construction equipment, including dump trucks, front-end loaders, and excavators, are constantly working in the area. For now, the road is blocked off, but access to Millbrook is back open. Still, though, there are many businesses in the area that are having trouble because of the road work. So if you're looking for something to do, don't forget to go down to the Penny Pub located in Park 2400. There you can get a cold drink and watch whatever sports is on TV. And it's that time of year again. Christmas is here. With that brings the annual Christmas Lights Parade, which is scheduled for this Saturday. Head to downtown San Angelo at around 6 o'clock in the evening to see one of the biggest parades of the year downtown. This year they'll have numerous floats decorated in Christmas cheer. The parade will go around the blocks of Chadbourne and Oaks between 4th Street and back down to Concho. Prior to the parade, downtown will host the annual Christmas tree lighting ceremony. For more, check out the San Angelo Live event calendar. And the Abilene area will be getting a little taste of San Angelo, as the Cork and Pig Tavern has decided to open a location in Abilene. The Cork and Pig originated in San Angelo and is owned by San Angeloans Felipe Armenta and Virginia Dahlbeck. Since opening in San Angelo, they have also opened a number of other restaurants, but they have Cork and Pig taverns in Midland, Odessa, Las Colinas, and other locations. Cork and Pig is famous for their wood-fired pizzas, but after reopening, the restaurant has turned into one of San Angelo's top fine dining restaurants. And finally, this weekend, Angelo State will be having another Ram Jam. This weekend, the festivities kick off early at 10:30 Saturday morning. Despite the early start, expect lots of people tailgating and having a good time there. And I'm sure if you look hard enough, you can probably find a breakfast burrito. This tailgate party is to kick off the Angelo State University Ram football home playoff game. But before we get to Saturday, let's talk about a local high school football team, which is one game away from the state championships. For more on Erie and County's miraculous run, here is Cover One analyst James Bellini.
Thanks, Yantis. I made the trip south to Erie and County yesterday and watched the end of the Hornets practice. This week is the week we find out if Erie and County goes to Arlington in the middle of December, and I think they have a pretty good chance. But first, Last week, the Hornets traveled to early Texas and took on the Jonesboro Eagles. It was an ugly game with plenty of flags going both ways, and the Hornets got off to a slow start, finding themselves in a 9-0 hole in the first quarter. Erie County did end up finding their groove and had a huge interception return to really start turning the game right before halftime. In the second half, the defenses must have been worn out because both the Hornets and the Eagles moved the ball pretty easily and scored the majority of their points. The Hornets would eventually win 44-43 after the Eagles missed a field goal that would have won them the game. Yesterday at practice, though, I spoke with Coach Koffel, who was grateful his team was getting coverage. We talked about how it feels to be practicing this late in the season, and Abbott. Let's watch.
All right, here we are, Erie County head coach Don Koffel. First off, how's it feel practicing this late in the season, sir?
Amazing. It's man, it's what every football program dreams of, playing in December.
And this week or last week, I guess you had Jonesboro in early. Kind of tell me how kind of a last-second kick that went, wide left. How's it feel to get a win over those guys and move on to the next week?
Oh, it's huge. I have a big history with Jonesboro because I used to coach back in Iredell in Central Texas, and we played Jonesboro all the time. So to have an opportunity to play, them again, and such a big program. Eddie Gallegos he's won a lot of games over there and won a lot of playoff games. Been deep, been to the state championship. And get a chance to play a quality team like that in the third round Thanksgiving week, and to come out on top, yeah, it's pretty awesome.
Now this week, y'all have, speaking of going deep in the playoffs, Abbott went deep last year. Y'all got Abbott this week. How do they look on film? How do y'all plan on attacking them?
Fast and fundamental. They are fast and fundamental, and another great coaching staff. Terry Crawford, head coach over there, his son Kyle, and the rest of the crew. They're phenomenal, and they play fast, and man, they are very fundamental, and man, they're tough. Defense flies around, and they'll come get you. So, we're putting in the best game plan we can, and we're ready for the challenge.
Now, not to get too far ahead, because obviously, state's still a few weeks away, and Abbott's still in the way for you guys. But how does it feel? Just y'all are one of two teams practicing in the Concho Valley still. Now, how does that feel to be one of those guys who are just who have a shot?
And it's pretty amazing. Pretty amazing to realize that you're one game away from actually playing for the state championship. It's obviously a very tall mountain to climb in Abbott, but you don't get here without being better than good, being great.
Right.
And that goes for Abbott, ourselves, Westbrook, Happy. The four teams that are left in Division I. I mean, all four teams are pretty darn phenomenal, I would think. And it's going to be a battle for everybody.
Taking anything away. I don't want to take anything away from anybody else. At this point, everybody is good. They all deserve to be at this point. And y'all certainly do too. Anything that I missed? Anything you want to say to maybe your fans or anybody?
Oh man, I'm so proud of our fans and our community, and just the backing that they've given us from top to bottom, and on game days, game nights. My goodness, our crowd is off the chains. They are just literally carrying us, and it's pretty darn exciting. Our Mighty Hornet band, Mr. Tillman, I just can't say enough about all of our fans, and heck, big thanks to the coaching staff that comes out here with me, man. These guys are phenomenal, and it's just this community, the school, the admin, everything about Erie County. It's a blessing.
This week, Erie County travels back to Early, this time to take on the Abbott Panthers. Not to get too far ahead of ourselves, but if the Hornets pull this one off, they'll punch their ticket to state. So tune in to Cover 1 this Friday for Hornet Watch, because you won't catch this on your Ring doorbell cameras. Plus, we'll have exclusive coaching interviews, score updates, highlights, and more at around 4, 8, and 10 o'clock, only on SanJoLive.com.
For more than 25 years, Carpetech has been serving our customers and communities with floor care and emergency restoration services. I'm Cade Simmons. Thank you for welcoming Carpetech and my family to the Concho Valley. We look forward to serving you.
Cheers, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Live Daily News. This is the interview segment of today, and it's Tequila time with Tim Condon.
All right.
Tim, what's up, man?
Tequila.
Tequila, apparently. So we're not just on the show day drinking. I promise you, we do like to do that occasionally. But today we got some business to get into. First, we're going to Cabo San Lucas soon.
Yeah. San Angelo is getting a one-way trip to Cabo San Lucas at the Angry Cactus. You just got to show up on December 14th, and we're going to, I think that's the date, right? December 14th?
Oh,
Yes, 14th. Just
I
making sure.
hope so, yeah.
Everything is seeming to blur together these days.
It's the tequila talking, maybe. I'm not sure.
There you go.
So, but at this Cabo San Lucas thing, you are going to get to try multiple different types of tequila, but not only we're going to drink a little bit, but there's some food involved too. So let's talk about the menu a little bit. We're going to start with an appetizer, the classic Mexican dish, the ceviche.
Yeah, exactly. So this is a dinner that is kind of like 2-in-1. You get 4 cocktails and you get 4 entrees. And so what it really is a snapshot of the trip that my girlfriend and I took to Cabo San Lucas. And it was really kind of an eye-opening experience for me because I got to see firsthand kind of what the Baja style Mexican food is all about, kind of what the area of Los Cabos represents is from a culinary perspective. And I really tried to recreate that in this 4-course meal. So we'll do ceviche, like you mentioned, for the first course. Nice yellowfin tuna with a little bit of avocado. The second course is going to be some shrimp with coconut.
Everyone loves coconut shrimp.
I mean,
Everybody.
And it really was one of the staples that I saw down there in Cabo that really a lot of restaurants had as a version of coconut shrimp. Of course, I found this amazing mole that we went up to a beautiful restaurant in kind of like up on the hill in the heart of like not the local area, you know? I mean, not the tourist area, much more of a local area, right?
Yeah, you tip the cab driver an extra $2 to show you the real spots.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I'm going to try to replicate this beautiful green mole that I had up there. It was a chicken mole with this beautiful green sauce that was just kind of stewed. And then, of course, we're going to finish with flan, which is a classic Mexican dessert. And so that's the food. But what the exciting part is...
But the whole part, the part that we're really excited for, that's right here. That's the Cabo Wabo. Let me pick it up so people can see it there. The Cabo Wabo. And this is 2 types of tequilas with this brand in here, and it's going to be tied with the coconut shrimp and the mole.
Yeah, exactly. So what I tried to do is, even though Baja is not really known for a lot of tequila, it's not really the tequila region. We sure drank a lot of tequila there, and so Cabo Wabo was one of the brands, and Cabo Wabo was one of the restaurants we stopped at as well. And so I thought, what better way to represent kind of a great cocktail than some Cabo Wabo tequila, and we have some to taste and kind of try and see what you think.
Let's stop talking about it. Let's be about it. Here it is.
All right, cheers.
Toast to the Angry Cactus's Cabo Wabo. I guess not Cabo Wabo. It's Cabo.
It's a Cabo San Lucas dinner that is really inspired by the culture, the culinary endeavors that happen at Cabo San Lucas.
So
and this is a nice sippable tequila, not too much. It's a little strong, right? It's got that kind of like, woo!
Ladies and gentlemen, I promise you, if you watch most of these shows when they're drinking on the set, they're drinking water. This ain't no water. I'm telling you, this is the real deal stuff right here. But this is good. This is good sipping tequila. I mean, everybody in the world, if you've been to college or been to a party, you probably drank some Hornitos or some Jose Cuervo. But this stuff ain't it. This stuff right here is really smooth. You're right when you say that. You can just sip on it. Yeah,
so this Blanco here, this is going to be made into a cocktail that has cardamom, rosemary, and some wild berries. And it was literally a cocktail that I had right on the beach at Cabo San Lucas. And it was really kind of an interesting flavor profile. But everything was kind of grown local, and those were the kind of the products that they had in that cocktail. And so I'm going to try to recreate that for this particular tequila.
You talked about that spice, the Cameron.
Yeah, the cardamom.
That's not really what you would typically think of like a Mexican spice. So what were the people there? Did you kind of talk to them about it or anything like that?
Yeah, so Cabo is one of those places where it's in an interesting part of the world where it's got a lot of diversity, and so you see some Indian spices in their cuisine. You see some things that are kind of that you wouldn't necessarily see maybe in a typical central Mexican style. So
yeah, I mean this isn't like your Jalisco or something where anywhere right across the border where you're still kind of getting like that not I don't want to say Tex-Mex because you're actually in Mexico, but it's kind of like the Tex-Mex kind of feel. But when you get out to Cabo, it's more of like Cali Baja vibes.
Yeah, exactly. And so I really tried to replicate in this menu kind of the vibe and the feel that you get just sitting on the beach in Cabo San Lucas. And so December 14th, we've got a few reservations still that we can fill. So it will be a limited amount of people. Just call down to the Angry Cactus, 703-6999, and we'll be able to put you on the reservation list.
That's right. You can go and have maybe, this year money was a little tight, so people didn't get to take that trip out to Mexico. Well, hey, here's your chance. Go down there to the Angry Cactus December 14th, and you can get a taste of Cabo San Lucas with the Angry Cactus folks. Tim, I enjoyed this one. Most of the time we cook. This time we decided to take a little bit of a different route, but I'm in for it.
As they say in Mexico, gracias.
All right. Thank you, Tim, and we'll be back right after this message.
When it comes to unique pieces you can't find anywhere else, Condo's Diamonds and Coins is your one-stop shop. With over 24 years in the diamond and coin industry, Condo's Diamonds and Coins is West Texas's choice for diamonds, jewelry, coins, silver, and gold. Owner Bill Condo stands by his work and offers free consultations, including estate jewelry. Don't just trust anyone with your valuables. Come see the staff at Condo's at 1016 West Beauregard in San Angelo.
And that's it for news, weather, and sports here today. Be sure to join us tomorrow for more. And don't forget to check us out on all the social media, particularly Twitter. And be sure to download the San Angelo Live app. Until tomorrow, I'm Yantis Green.